Welcome to American Sports Today. We begin today's show with the latest update on world number one Iga Swiatek and her plans ahead of the 2025 French Open. The tennis world is buzzing with speculation, and we now have clarity straight from her camp. As the clay season reaches its peak, one major question surrounding the women's circuit has been whether Iga Swiatek would accept a wildcard entry to compete in a WTA event scheduled the week before Roland Garros. The speculation intensified following her emphatic title runs in both Stuttgart and Madrid, and with the Italian Open in Rome currently underway, fans and pundits have been curious about how the polished star would manage her schedule ahead of the season's second Grand Slam. Swiatek, who turned 23 earlier this month, is aiming to defend her title at Roland Garros for a third consecutive year. Having already claimed 3 French Open titles in 2020, 2022, and 2023, she enters this year's tournament as the overwhelming favorite on the red dirt. But the question remained, would she opt for additional match practice by taking a late wild card into one of the smaller WTA events in Strasbourg or Roland? Her team has now addressed those rumors. In a statement released earlier today, Swiatek's coach, Tomasz Wiktorowski, confirmed that the world number one has no intention of competing the week before Roland Garros. Wiktorowski emphasized that the team's preparation is carefully calculated and that rest and recovery will take precedence over additional match play. Iga has played a demanding schedule this clay season, with back-to-back titles and deep runs in top-level events. At this point, our priority is making sure she arrives in Paris feeling fresh, both physically and mentally, Wiktorowski said. This comes as little surprise to those familiar with Swiatek's meticulous approach to tournament planning. Known for her disciplined training and mental preparation, the Pole has often emphasized the importance of rest in her build-up to Grand Slams. Her decision not to add another tournament to her schedule reflects a growing trend among top players who prefer controlled practice environments over last-minute competitions ahead of major events. The announcement also puts to rest growing chatter within the tennis community, which had speculated that a wild card into Strasbourg or Roland might serve as a low-pressure tune-up. However, with Swiatek currently participating in Rome and having already played 10 matches on clay in just under a month, her team believes the foundation for Paris has already been laid. Wiktorowski continued, "We've been happy with her form. Every tournament has helped us fine-tune elements of her game. Right now, the best preparation is strategic rest and targeted practice sessions. We're not chasing extra points or unnecessary exposure." In fact, Swiatek has historically shown great success when entering Grand Slams on the back of a limited schedule. Her title runs in previous years have often followed a carefully managed lead-up that balances match play with periods of recovery. This decision also reinforces Swiatek's focus on peaking at the right moments. While winning WTA 500 and 1,000 events bolsters confidence and ranking points, Grand Slams remain the ultimate benchmark. With a 35-2 win-loss record on clay since the start of 2023 and an undefeated streak at Roland Garros stretching back to 2021, Swiatek's confidence in her preparation is well-founded. Meanwhile, tournament organizers in Strasbourg and Rabat had reportedly left the wildcard slot open for a top 10 player, hoping to attract star power just days before the French Open. That hope can now be set aside as Swiatek officially declines the opportunity. Fans hoping to see more of Swiatek in action will now have to wait for her appearance at Roland Garros, where she is expected to be the top seed. The draw for the women's singles will be revealed later next week, and anticipation is already building for potential showdowns with the likes of Aryna Sabalenka, Elena Rybakina, and Coco Gauff. With the confirmation from her team, all eyes now turn to Paris, where Swiatek will aim to further solidify her dominance on clay. As Wiktorowski concluded, the work is done. Now it's about arriving in the best condition possible. We're confident in the choices we've made. Swiatek's fans will no doubt be watching closely as she enters the French Open looking to write another chapter in what is already shaping up to be a legendary career. That's the latest update on Iga Swiatek's French Open preparation. Stay with American Sports Today for continuing coverage of the clay season, Grand Slam insights, and all the top tennis headlines. This is American Sports Today, your source for global sports news, analysis, and stories that matter.